Hi, Zachary Vex of ZVEX Effects here. I'm here to talk to you about a very exciting new product that we've got. We're making it directly available to you so you can purchase it from us during the next week. And it's Spam Can Fuzz Factory, unbelievably enough. Now, many years ago, 22 years ago, in November of 1995, I started making the original Fuzz Factories, and they have these Spam Can transistors in them, but there's more of a backstory to it. Let's go back a little further. In June of 1995, I started making the Octane Pedal, and I sold them almost exclusively to friends, and then also through Willie's American Guitars in St. Paul. And Nate at Willie's was kind enough to stock those for me, and then when we got to November of 1995, he said, you know, you're gonna have to make me a new pedal. And I was like, what? So I went to Axeman Surplus and started looking around for parts, figuring I'd make a fuzz because the Octane, although it was fuzzy, wasn't truly just a straightforward germanium fuzz. It was more of an octave fuzz. And I searched through the bins at Axeman Surplus, and I discovered these weird transistors in this dusty bin, actually in a bunch of other junk, and there was no part number, no price tag, nothing. They looked exactly like this. In fact, these are those Spam Can transistors. If you can see those right there. They're kind of flat on two sides and Spam Can shaped. I was only able to get a handful of them. I think I was able to make about 50 Fuzz Factories out of those before I ran out. And then my friend John Cooker, who has now passed away, sadly, he had a bunch of transistors that he found that were in a beautiful red box, and he gave them to me and said, hey, can you use these for something? And I said, sure. And he said, well, just give me one. So I had to give him a pedal in exchange for all the transistors, and I was able to make 50 more of these, which are reverse Fuzz Factories, because the transistors that I used for these, instead of being PNP, were NPN, which means we had to use a negative ground, positive ground instead of negative ground. Well, it's complicated, but anyway, you get those, you know, you have those special little cords that come with your power supplies that have got a red end on them. You use those to reverse the polarity. Well, you will need that for these new Fuzz Factories, because these are going to be the ones that are available with our transistor we designate as 111, and that's why there's a 111 in that little cloud right there. And the transistors actually look just like this with the ZVEX part number 111. And that is going to be the new Spam Can transistor available exclusively at this time. Is it focusing? All right. Exclusively online from us for the next week. This transistor will not be made available again, ZVEX 111. It's a Spam Can transistor that sounds pretty damn interesting. Very, very similar to the original Spam Cans that were used in the original Fuzz Factories. And also, it's a reverse Fuzz Factory, reverse polarity. So you've got two things from the first two Fuzz Factories that were made combined into one. How much fun is that? Now you should hear it. Reverse Fuzz Factory 111. This would be the sort of Velcro sound. And now Eric's going to play something real fast. So unlike digital things, it tracks in a very interesting way. And here's a bunch of other sounds. And there's the clean sound that we're using. So it does a lot of that Fuzz Factory stuff, man.